Hey, how you going? So I want to talk about something that really pisses me off, and that's gatekeepers. These people that think they have some kind of power over you. And here's the sad thing, they do. Because we give them permission. But what is a gatekeeper? A gatekeeper is designed by the system to keep you small, poor, broke, shattered, a peasant. Like, what's a bank manager? A dick first, but secondly, a gatekeeper, a loan officer, another dick, gatekeeper. What do I say dick for? Why do I say that to these people? Because they are. The profit banks make per year, let's even just look at the ATM fees here in Australia, $3.50 or something or other a transaction. That's why they want to get rid of cash, yeah? Because cash doesn't have the stupid surcharge that goes back to the banks. Imagine having a $50 note. And give it to your mate, you give it to your mate, you give it to your mate, you give it to your mate, it comes back to you, it's still a $50 note. It's not going to buy as much anymore because inflation. It's probably only worth $40 now. Let's take a bank, $50. I transfer it to you. I lose $1.25. By the time it transfers to a few people, that is completely absorbed by the banks. So the thing is, inflation makes the rich richer and makes the poor poorer. Because poor don't buy assets, poor buys shit. Poor people buy Louis Vuitton bags so they can look good. But you know what? Rich people don't even buy that shit. Because they know it's fake bullshit. It's all about vanity. Poor people say, I can't afford $400 on that investment. But look at my $1,500 brand new iPhone. Isn't it wonderful? Poor people have all the fucking excuses in the world. That's why you're poor. Because everything's an excuse. Oh, I don't want to go to work today. Oh, I don't want to do that today. Oh, I think I'll have a day off. The way poor people see life is through the eyes of scarcity. On the other side of life, you have rich people, wealthy people. Not all rich, wealthy people earned their wealth or created or built on the dark side. In other words, some wealthy people out there are really nice people and they deserve what they have. But they won't share it with you because poor people are backstabbers, thieves, cheaters. I was poor. I can say this. But then one day I said to myself, I refuse that anymore. I refuse to listen to the words of somebody else telling me that I can't have that. I refuse to listen to a gatekeeper say no. I say yes. So gatekeeper is like a priest for psychics, for example, that need a third party to be able to connect to the divine, whereas some of us connect directly. So we get rid of third party gatekeepers, and that's why I don't like gatekeepers. The amount of arguments I have with frontline staff is ridiculous because they don't know shit. And you have to deal with these people because they want the average poor consumer to deal with idiots on the phone to just keep you in the stupid loop. This loop, constant loop. And here's something I love. I love, back in the days, hey, cats, getting these bills or, a loan, and it's got this big lettering. If you don't pay us the $25, we're going to tell the credit reporting authority. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your bank. I don't give a fuck about your loan. I don't give a fuck about your $25. And I don't give a fuck about the credit reporting agent. Here, put my credit to 0 and see if I give a fuck. Because whatever you say to me is not true. I just have to prove that and find another way. I only have to prove it to myself, nobody else. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. But all my life, I've got things I wanted, not through the normal avenues, not through theft or anything. It's just when you think outside the box and you live outside the box, you can see things in a much different light. And that's what I try and share with people, to move around the problem. 20%, 50%, 80%, 100%, 200%. Move above it, below it. Look through it. Turn around, don't even look at it. Whatever it takes. And ask yourself, okay, that person doesn't know me from a tin of shit, and they're just going by some numbers printed on some piece of paper. Well, for me, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. And this is why my tenacity, my perseverance will always come in, because I'll find another way. Legally, and what aligns with source. But you can either earn money by swapping it for your life, or allow money to come into you. I allow money. So let's say you want a passport. Let's say you want to visit another country, but they don't like your haircut. Guess who doesn't get a passport? You. Because that person didn't like your haircut. How fucking fickle is that? But it happens. I've seen it time and time again. Gatekeepers. Look at financial planners. They're supposed to help you plan for a better financial future. If financial planners were decent and knew what the fuck they were talking about, why would they still be working for a stinking wage? If I was a financial planner, and a decent one, why would I be working? This is the thing. This is what I can get with people. Here's something else. You go to your favourite store, and they're having 70% off sale. And you're like, ooh, 70% off. Wow, that's amazing. And I'm like, is it? It means they've been ripping you off for 70% all fucking year. But now they've got a sale on, it means something to you. That's not a sale. That's a marketing rip-off strategy, nothing more. And I always said, anything that worked before COVID will not work today. And I'm right. It won't work today. That's why this credit thing's in big, big trouble. Because too much money is owed, and all everybody has to start doing is paying their shit, and that's it. It's game over. Because they can't lock everybody up. But fear reigns supreme at the moment on this planet. And a massive part of that problem is gatekeepers. Look at airports. Airports are shocking for gatekeeping. Absolutely shocking. The security at airports is absolute bullshit. Here's why. Because it's the politicians and the military and the fucking police that are doing the gun running, the drugs, all of it. That's why it's bullshit. Do these government officials fly on fucking Qantas with all the other poor people? No, they have private planes stacked full of fucking drugs, guns, passports, whatever they want. Because they're not going to get gatekept, are they? No, they're not. You are. they say become wealthy, most of your problems disappear. And I hear some people rolling around in their graves going, oh my fucking God, whatever. Listen, if you're poor, even the cost of a loaf of fucking bread can be a problem for you, right? Now let's say you have $500,000 in the bank and your mum rings up, oh, my engine just blew up. Yeah, get another one. Oh, I can't pay for my insurance. Here, pay for it. Think about it. This is why everyone's so trapped in their way of looking at money. Everyone wants it so bad, but they see it as evil. How can you want something so bad that's evil? Is money evil? No, it's a tool. That's all it is, a tool. It's just a tool with an agreed value that allows you to be creative with it, to bring good into the world, to bring creativity into the world, to bring health into the world. That's what money's for. Money's not for holding it in your fucking bank account. Money's about getting it, using that for your higher purpose here, and passing it on to somebody else that's going to do the same thing. It's a tool. That's all it is. There's a lot of very wealthy people that give a lot of money every year to charities, but they're very quiet about it. They don't want to be known. Why don't they want to be known? If you become a millionaire overnight, are you going to buy a brand new Mercedes and a house? Well, a millionaire overnight, right? If you're in Australia, you can only fucking get a house. That's it now. And that's under a mortgage too, just so you know. Are you going to get all flashy clothes and all the Louis Vuittons and diamond rings and go, whoa, look at me? You're just a walking advertising banner to get robbed, nothing more. And you wonder why a lot of rich people walk around in thongs and shorts and t-shirts. Like Keanu Reeves, respect. A lot of people, a lot of billionaires, you can't pick them. They want to just blend in. Because if a billionaire walks in and everyone knows he's a billionaire, he's in big trouble. Big trouble. So we have to understand why a gatekeeper is there. A gatekeeper is to stop you from doing things. Stop you. Unless you have money or power. And that's what the system is designed for. See, the person with a bad haircut getting a passport pulls out 20 grand and says, here, take this under the counter. I guarantee they'll walk away with that passport. But it won't happen. Because that person's under camera and you don't have 20 grand. Money buys everything. And then when money starts buying everything, power buys everything. There's a point where millionaires, billionaires, trillionaires cross and it's not about the money anymore. It's about pure power. And a lot of these people, let's just say beings on this planet, have been let go for too long without being challenged. And so they just sit pretty, taking everything. Now they're being challenged. Now they are shitting themselves. Because there's a lot of us that are going to, with the help of Source, take that wealth from these people that are hoarding it all and allowing it to flow to the people that need it the most. I'm not about having $1 billion in my bank account. What's the point of that? Let's say tomorrow I die or I'm in a coma. What's $1 billion going to do for me? Keep me going? Keep everyone else happy? So when we look at abundance, we need to look at abundance more than money. You breathing now is super abundant. Because if you're not breathing the free air, well, you're probably in a box somewhere. Trees don't decide, oh, you know what? It's going to be a pretty cold winter. I don't think I'm going to be as abundant with my leaves. I'm only going to give 2 leaves today. No, it knows it's abundant and it does what it does. It knows. It doesn't even think about it. It just does. So the thing about gatekeepers is you have to be prepared for the business you're dealing with, the person that you're dealing with. It helps you to understand psychology, body language, mannerisms, twitches, tones, English, the words you use, the mirroring body language that you'll use to win that person over, get them on your team and get what you want. That's how I do gatekeepers over. I make them my friend, and then I get what I want. And I'm not there to hurt them or any way, shape or form, just the way I am. I know how to deal with gatekeepers, but I have seen that a lot of people don't. So I wanted to share this with you to say that with gatekeepers, there's more than one gatekeeper. If you're after a loan, there's more than one lone person out there. There really is. But any kind of gatekeeper where you've got to go and get something from somebody else, be prepared for a bit of a war or a bit of a mission or to do some work. See, 10 years ago, companies used to actually work. Now, they make you do all the work. Here's all the fucking 50,000 page paperwork, you fill it out. And then you get it back to us. Yeah. Like a dog barking. Council says, yep, 2 weeks worth of recording, schedule, write down when it barked, when it didn't, when that shit, when it didn't, blah, 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 blah. Because council's so fucking lazy, they want you to do all the work. Council's lazy. Sorry, it is in Australia, it's lazy, just like the government. Convicts, nothing more. So when you're going to deal with a gatekeeper, plan it, think about it. See the outcome before you go in. Make it happen. That's the motto that I use all the time with people. Make it happen. Don't second guess. There's no limits. Doesn't matter what anyone says. You make it happen. Make it happen. And you will. Maybe not 100% of the time, but a lot of times you'll get it 100%. It's just not exactly the same way, shape or form that you've seen or envisaged. Look at banks. Why do you think they're getting rid of banks? Well, banks have to die. 2035, I believe, will be when they close the last bank because they want to issue these central CBDCs, central banking digital currencies with the stupid digital IDs because they're morons. And if anyone says, yes, I'll be in for CBDCs, yeah, well, piss off to another country and you can have that shit. Because here's what's going to happen, everybody. Let's say you work in the world of CBDCs. Let's say they want you to pay for a green tax or a carbon tax and you don't want to. Here's the thing. They'll just take it. That's what the CBDC is. Central bank digital currencies. Central bank. If you want to give to a charity that they don't allow, number one, they'll stop you from giving that money. Number two, they'll close your bank. And number three, you won't be allowed to bank anywhere else. Gold and silver. And our energy. Our energy is number one currency of this planet. Second currency, natural currency, is gold and silver. The third is a bit scammy cryptocurrency. But it's better than our ridiculous fiat bullshit illegal system. That's right. The whole fiat system is illegal. But unless it's challenged, it's just like COVID, isn't it? It's like COVID. I said to everybody, like, you know, you guys are just like, you don't get it. Like, one day they're just going to announce it. Thanks for coming to COVID, everybody. Woo, good show. Woo, woo. And guess what? It fucking happened, didn't it? Yes, it did. Just like I said it would. And if people had listened to me back then, they wouldn't have these stinking shots and they'd be fucking alive. I could tell you a lot about COVID, what it's designed for. Light frequencies can get it out of your system. But I know what these people are up to. I know their tactics. Every word to me is nothing more than marketing until I pull it apart and see exactly what you're doing. And I learned really quick that, you know, if the government gives you something, like, oh, you know, everybody in Australia hears this, my first reaction is, what are you taking away from us? Because you don't give us shit for free. In fact, what you're giving us is probably 1/10 of what you're taking. Gatekeepers. Police are gatekeepers. They're not very nice gatekeepers today, but they are. Military, they're gatekeepers. Checkpoints. Mexican border. Airports. Security. You're all gatekeepers. I don't like gatekeepers. I'll always find a way around a gatekeeper, no matter what. And I always do. So, next time you have to deal with a gatekeeper, plan it and make sure you walk away with what you went in and don't take no for an answer, no matter what. Thanks for being here. I love doing this. I think it's fantastic. Have a good night. See you in the next one.